Good morning to all of you. We are in chemistry class. Now I am going to teach you your chemistry first chapter, matter in our surroundings, for standard 9. Okay. So before we discuss the chapter, now we can divide this chapter into two parts. Okay. The first part in this chapter is for your better learning. We can divide the chapter into two parts, part 1 and part 2. Okay. In part 1 we will learn what is matter, write down it, what is matter. Then second is your classification of a matter. Then third is your states of a matter, then physical nature of a matter. Okay. Then is your factors responsible for change of a state of matter. Factors responsible for change of a states of a matter. Okay. Then characteristics of a particle of a matter. Particles of a matter. Next, various terms involved in change of a state of matter. Various terms involved in change of a states of matter. Okay. Then is your effect of a change of a temperature. These all are in part 1. Today we will learn basically what is matter, then classification of a matter, states of a matter, then characteristics of a particle of matter, then physical nature of a matter, and then factors responsible for change of a states of a matter, and various terms involved in the change of a states of matter and effects of a change of a temperature. In part 2 we will learn scales for measuring temperature, scales for measuring temperature, and solve the various numerical problems, and then is a very important part of this chapter is your latent heat, heat and its types. Okay. Next is your evaporation. Next is your factors affecting evaporation. Next is your evaporation causes cooling effect. Okay. Next is your details about plasma and Bose-Einstein condensation. Details about plasma and BEC, Bose-Einstein condensate, is your another two types of states of matter, plasma and Bose-Einstein condensate. Okay students, this is your all chapter. Okay. The various parts here: matter, classification of a matter, states of a matter, then characteristics of a particular matter, physical nature of a matter, various terms involve the change in states of a matter, and then effect of a change of a temperature. This is your part 1. Today we will learn this part. This is your part 1. Okay. The part 2 contains comprises scales for measuring temperature. There are various scales are there, just like a Kelvin scale, Celsius scale, and a Fahrenheit scale. And second is your latent heat. Is a very important part of this chapter. Most of the question arises in your board exam in this chapter. Latent heat. Then next is your evaporation, and what are the various factors affect the evaporation. Next is your evaporation causes cooling effect. Okay. Then details about plasma and Bose-Einstein condensate. Okay, clear? This is your part 1 and part 2. So today's class is basically for part 1. Okay. Then we start. What is matter? What is matter? Now in our surroundings we see a very large types of object, very large objects with different shapes, size and textures. Okay. Then in fact that means anything in our surroundings, that is your matter. Just like this paper, and this is your pen, just like your camera, and this is your board, all are matter. Even me also matter. So everything in our surrounding, that is matter. Okay. Matter in Hindi we call it as padarth. Okay. That is your matter. The matter, that means the food we eat, the air we breathe, and the sand particles, the chalk particles, the fan, the bench, desks, and even a small drop of water also is your matter, and the sand particles also is your matter. Okay, the matter can neither created nor be destroyed. It can change only one state to another state. Okay, that is all your matter. Okay, it can the matter has some shape also, and we can smell it, and we can taste it. Okay, that is all our matter. So basically the matter has some shape, some taste, we can feel it. Okay, that is your matter. So what is matter? So we come to the point, come to the definition of a matter. What is matter? Matter is that has mass and a volume. Write down now. What is matter? Okay, this is the definition of a matter. Matter is anything that has mass and a volume. Matter is anything. Matter is anything. Just write down here. And can be felt by our one or more sense organs. One or more sense organs is called matter, are called matter. Okay, here look at here is the two terms, mass and volume. Mass and volume. The SI unit of a mass, note here. Okay, note the SI unit of mass, already you know what is the kilogram or kg. Okay, next the another term is here volume. The SI unit of volume is cubic meter or meter cube. Okay, just you have to remember it. Okay, all are clear? And also in this case we can take the various examples of matter in our surroundings. See, anything. This is a notebook, pen, paper, chair, camera, all are matter. Okay, that is the example of a matter. Next is your, come to the next point, classification of a matter. Okay, classification of a matter. According to Indian philosopher, according to ancient Indian philosopher, the matter is made up of 5 basic elements called Panchatattva. These are air, earth, sky, fire. Okay, these are called Panchatattva. According to them, all the living and non-living things is made up of these 5 basic elements. But nowadays we can say that matter is made up of on their physical properties and chemical nature. But nowadays, in modern days, matter is classified into 2 groups according to their physical properties and chemical nature. Classification of a matter. What said Indian philosopher, ancient Indian philosopher? Now according to him, matter is made up of 5 basic elements: air, earth, sky, fire, water, etc. These are called Panchatattva in Hindi. But in modern days, we can say that nowadays matter is classified into two groups according to their physical properties and chemical nature. Physical properties and chemical nature. Okay, example of a physical property is example physical states of matter, that is your solid, liquid or gas. These all are physical states of a matter. Okay, next compound, element and mixture. Element, mixtures based on chemical nature. Okay, again I repeat it. According to physical state of matter, matter can be divided into three group या three types: solid, liquid and gas. According to chemical nature, the matter is divided into compound, element, mixture. Okay, but in this chapter we shall learn only the physical states of a matter. In second chapter, in another chapter, we will learn the chemical nature of a matter, but in this chapter we will learn the solid, liquid and gas that are based on a physical state of a matter. All are clear? Next heading, physical nature of a matter. Next come to physical nature of a matter. Okay, just write down now what are the physical nature of a matter. Okay, first nature, every matter is made up of a certain type of a particles with different shape, size and texture. That is the first nature. And second is your, the particles of matter are very small. Okay, there are two natures of a physical state of matter. Number one is your, every matter is made up of a certain type of a particles, okay, with different shape, size and texture. Okay, second is your, every matter, yeah, the particles of a matter are very small. Write down now, every matter is made up of certain type of a particles with different shape, size and textures. Number two, the particles of matter are very small. Particles of a matter are very small. Okay, understood? Again I repeat it, there are two nature of a two physical nature of a matter, not chemical, because already we said that in this chapter we will learn only the physical state of matter. So in this case, the physical nature of matter are two physical nature of matter. Basically, most important, every matter is made up of a certain type of a particles with different shape, different size and different textures. The texture means your quality. And the particles of matter are very small. Okay, inside the matter there are many particles are there, millions of particles are there, uncountable particles are there. They are very small. Okay, next come to characteristics of a particle of matter. Is very important for you. Characteristics of a particle of matter. All are clear? Okay, physical state of matter and classification of a matter. Classification matter, then according to Indian philosopher what said, and ancient Indian philosopher what said, and the nowadays what we said about the matter. So then physical state of matter. Next, characteristics of a particles of a matter. Characteristics of a particle of a matter. Okay, basically three characteristics are there. Number one, the particles of a matter, write down now in your copy, the particles of a matter are in a state of a continuous movement. Okay, the first characteristics. Second is your particles of a matter have space between them. Particles of matter have a space between them. Space between them. Third is your particles of matter attract each other. Attract each other. Again I repeat it. There are the basically most three characteristics of a particle of a matter. Okay, three most characteristics of particle of a matter, very important characteristics. Number one is your particles of a matter are in a state of a continuous movement. That means inside the matter particles are randomly move, continuously move from one place to another. Okay, next is your particles of a matter have space between them. Inside the matter there is the particles present and there is the space present there. And say third is your particles of matter with attract each other. The particles of matter attract each other. Okay, one by one we discuss it. Number one is your particles of matter are in a state of a continuous movement. Now we take an example how the particles of matter are continuously move inside the matter. Okay, now look at the figure here. This is the first characteristics of a particle of matter. Here we take a simple example here. Take a simple example here. You take a glass tumbler with fill up of water. Inside the glass tumbler that is the presence of water, and mark the water level on the glass tumbler. Okay, look at here, just like your glass tumbler. Glass tumbler means your glass. Okay, and inside the glass we fill water and mark the water level. Mark the water level here. Okay, and add some drop of ink inside the water. Inside the glass tumbler add some drop of ink. Okay, and leave sometimes for undisturbed position. So what you feel here, what you notice here, now after some time see the ink spread through the water, and after some time see, after a long time the total ink spread through the water. Okay, and again notice the water level. There is no increase of a water level. Okay, so what you notice here, what you conclude in this case? So in this case we conclude that the particles of a matter are in a state of a continuous movement. That means see, the states of matter, the ink particles are spread all over the water. Okay, this shows the particles of matter are in a continuous movement. Before we discuss the another characteristics of a matter, now I draw a second another figure. Take a glass tumbler and also mark the water level here. Okay, next add some pinch of salt. In this case we add some pinch of salt in the water. Okay, and stir it with a glass rod. Completely stir with in a glass rod. So next, so what you notice in this case, there is no increase of water level also. This shows the particles of a matter inside the water particle, there is the space between them. Okay, so the pinch of salt or pinch of sugar completely dissolve in the water. This shows the second characteristics of a particles of a matter. All are clear? Any doubt? Then again I repeated the first case. First case, the particles of matter are in a state of a continuous movement. When you take a glass tumbler with the fill of a water and add some drop of ink inside the water, then after sometimes we notice that all the inks are spread whole over the water. Okay, so this shows the particles of a matter are in a continuous movement. Ink particles are continuously move inside the water. In second case, the particles of matter have space between them. When you add some pinch of salt and pinch of sugar inside the glass tumbler and stirred it with some time, say after sometimes you notice here that the no increase of a water level. Okay. Next, third is your particles of matter are attract each other. In this case, we take a iron nail and strike it, hammer it with a hammer. So what you notice in this case, there is the no break of iron nail. Okay, that means this shows the particles of a matter inside the iron nail attract with each other with a very strong intermolecular force of attraction, with a very strong intermolecular force. So in this case, we conclude that the particles of a matter attract each other. Okay, there are the three characteristics of a particle of matter. The first characteristics is your particles of matter are in a state of a continuous movement, and second is your particles of matter have space between them, and third is your particles of matter attract each other. Okay, by hammering the iron nail, there is no break of iron nail. It shows that the particles of matter inside the iron nail, the particles are strongly bonded. Okay, these all are three characteristics of a particle of a matter. Understood? Okay. Next is your states of a matter. Next come to states of a matter. Basically, we know there are three states of a matter. Already you know in your previous class, already you learned there are basically three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. Already you know, but in this chapter we will learn another two types of states of matter, that is your plasma and Bose-Einstein condensate. But in this part 1, that is not important for now. In the part 2, we will learn plasma and Bose-Einstein condensate. Okay, there are the three states of matter. Write down now, states of matter. Okay, all are clear? The states of matter. There are basically three states of matter. What are they? Okay, draw this figure in your copy. Three states of matter are solid, liquid and gas. Okay, notice here. This is your solid state. Okay, next is your liquid and next is your gas. Okay, there are three states of matter. First is your solid. What are the characteristics of a solid? Okay, the number one characteristics is that it has some definite shape, like your marker. It is a solid, yes or no? That it has some definite shape. Definite shape. Okay, next is your distinct boundaries. It has some distinct boundaries. Distinct boundaries means particular boundaries are there. Okay, and rigidity, rigid, rigid means very strong. Basically, you know, all the solids are very strong and also rigid and incompressible. When you compress, when you press to the solid, there is no press of a solid, incompress. There is no shape in change. When you press the solid, there is no shape change. Incompressible and definite volume also. This question arises in your exam. What are the characteristics of a solid? Okay. Number one is it has some definite shape, distinct boundaries, it shows rigidity, incompressible. All are clear what is incompressible? Incompressible means when you apply some force to the solid, there is no change of a shape. That is a incompressible and a definite volume. Okay, these all are the characteristics of a solid. Next is your liquid. Okay, it has indefinite shape. There is no particular shape of a liquid. Indefinite shape, no distinct boundaries. Okay, next is your fluidity, not rigid. Fluid means flowing, it can easily flow. Next is your low compressible, not fully compressible, not incompressible, but moderately, that means low compressible. Low compressible. Next is your, it has some definite volume also. When you take it with a container, it shows some volume, definite volume. Sometimes a question arises, difference between in the states of a solid and states of a liquid. Okay, you can differentiate it, definite volume. In the case of a gas, indefinite shape, no definite shape and no definite boundaries. No definite shape, no definite boundaries and highly compressible. As compared to solid and liquid, it is very highly compressible, like your LPG cylinder, highly compressible. Next is your no definite volume. Gas has no definite volume. Write down in your copies. What are the characteristics of a solid? It has some definite shape, distinct boundaries, definite boundaries, and it shows rigidity. Rigidity means and rigid. It is very strong and incompressible. And last is your, it shows the definite volume. And in the case of a liquid, it has no definite shape, that means indefinite shape, and no distinct boundaries. Liquid has no distinct boundaries and it shows fluidity. Fluidity means it can easily flow. Already you know all the liquids are easily flow and low compressible. As compared to solid, it is low compressible and definite volume. And in the case of a gas, there is no definite shape and no definite distinct boundaries and it is highly compressible and no definite volume. All are the characteristics of a solid, liquid and gas. There are the three states of a matter, and the another two states of a matter we will learn in this part 2. Okay, that is your plasma and BEC. Plasma and BEC. Okay, all are clear. That is the states of a matter. Next, come to change of a state of a matter. Change of a states of a matter. States of a matter are interconversible. How? Now, the phenomenon of a change of a state of a matter from one state to another, again it back to the original state by applying temperature and pressure. By changing the temperature and pressure. Write down now, change of a state of a matter. So I say that change of a matter are interconversible. How? That the phenomenon of a change of a state of a matter from one state to another, just like a solid to liquid and then again liquid to solid. Okay, by changing the temperature and changing the pressure. Okay, this, so it is interconversible. Change of states of matter, states of okay, we can say that here states of change of matter are interconversible. What? States of change of matter are interconversible. Write down now. The state of change of matter are interconversible means, see, so in this case this shows the change of state of matter and to the original state. Just like when the solid state, when you apply some heat to the solid, it changes to liquid. Okay, then when you cool the liquid, then it again back to the original state solid. So how is it possible? Is it possible by applying, yeah, by changing its temperature, okay, yeah, by applying pressure. Okay, so the change of states of matter are interconversible. The main two factors are responsible for the change of a state of matter. Yeah, two main factors, yeah, one of them, yeah, one of these is very important for change the state of a matter. Are what are the two factors? Write down now here. Write down now, what is the change of states of matter? Write down now. The states of matter are interconversible. The phenomenon, okay, the phenomenon of a change of matter, states of matter, change of a state of matter from one state to another and again back to the original state, back to the original state by changing the temperature and pressure, by changing the temperature and pressure. Okay, so the state of a change of a matter are interconversible. Question arises in this case, say how the states of a change of matter are interconversible. Now the answer is here, the phenomenon of a change of a states of matter from one state to another and again back to the original state by changing the temperature and pressure. So already you clear in this case what are the two factors basically responsible for the change of states of matter. The number one is your temperature and number two is your pressure. Yeah, any one of these. Okay, that the two main factors for the change of a state of a matter. The short question arises in this question. In this case, factors responsible for change of a states of a matter. Okay, factors responsible for change of a states of a matter. What are the two factors? Number one, by changing the temperature, and number two, by changing the pressure. Okay, there are two factors, so basically, yeah, any one of these responsible for the change of a states of a matter. Next, come to various terms involved in change of a state of matter. Various term states of a matter. Okay, number one is your fusion or melting and melting point. Number one is your fusion or melting and melting point. Okay, next is your boiling and boiling point. Boiling and boiling point. Next is your sublimation. Next, evaporation. Okay, next, freezing, yeah, freezing point. Freezing and freezing point. Last is your condensation. Okay, one by one I discuss with you what are these terms involved in the change of states of matter. Number one is your fusion or melting and melting point. What is fusion? Fusion means or melting means the process of a change of states of matter from solid to liquid. That means in one word, the change of a solid into liquid by applying heat or by changing the temperature. At a particular temperature, the solid starts melt. The solid starts melt. This particular point is known as a melting point at a particular temperature. Okay. Then boiling. Boiling means that is the reverse of reverse of freezing. Okay, when you apply some heat to the liquid, when you change the temperature of the liquid starts boil, the liquid start evaporate. At a particular temperature, the liquid starts boil. This point is known as your boiling point. Next is your sublimation process. It's a very important process for you, sublimation. So in this process, there is no involve of the medium state, that means the liquid state. In this case, the solid directly changes into vapor या gas, and the gas directly changes into the solid. Okay, there is no involve of a liquid state. Okay, that is the sublimation process. Evaporation process means when the liquid evaporate and starts vapor. This is the evaporation process. Next is your freezing, when the liquid cool at a particular temperature, the liquid cools and converted into solid, that is your freezing, and at a particular temperature when the liquid cools, this temperature is your boiling point. Next is your condensation. Condensation means is a last very important for you, the process of a conversion of a matter from its gaseous state to liquid. When the gas condense, it form liquid. When the gas condense, it form a liquid, that is your condensation process. These are the various terms involved in the change of states of matter. Again I repeat you, what is the fusion? The fusion means the solid directly changes into liquid. And what is boiling? When the liquid starts boil, starts vapor, that is your boiling. And the process of a conversion of matter from its liquid state to vapor state, that is your boiling state, boiling point, boiling. Next is your sublimation. In the sublimation process, the solid directly changes to gas and the gas directly changes into solid. Evaporation process, when the liquid start evaporate, the process of a conversion of a matter from its liquid state to gaseous at a specific condition, temperature and pressure are called evaporation. And next is your freezing. Freezing means when the liquid cool, when the liquid condense, the process of a conversion of a matter from its liquid state to solid state at a specific condition of a temperature, that is your freezing. At a particular temperature, the liquid starts freeze and come to the solid state. This is your freezing point. Next is your condensation. Condensation means when the gas cools, it form liquid, that is your condensation process. Okay, this all are clear. Next come to effect of a change of a temperature. Next come to effect of a change of a temperature. What are the effect of a change of a temperature? First, effect of a change of a temperature. Okay, listen, when you apply some heat on solids, when you provide some temperature to the solid starts the solid converted to liquid. Okay, the kinetic energies arises inside the solid, they possesses the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy means in this case you learn in your physics class what is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy means energy due to motion. When the body starts move, when the object starts move, they produces some energy. This is your kinetic energy. And when we apply some heat to the solid starts, the kinetic energy arises inside the body, they possess some kinetic energy. When the kinetic energy increases, the particles of matter are randomly move and very fast move inside the matter. Okay, that is the effect of a change of temperature. When you apply, when you change the temperature of the solid, okay, diagrammatically we can represent it. This is your solid, liquid and gas. Okay, when you increase the temperature of solid, when you apply some heat, the solid converted into liquid. Yes or no? Again, how is it possible? When you apply some heat, the body possesses some kinetic energy. When the kinetic energy increases, the particles of the matter, the particles inside the solid move faster and randomly move and it converted into liquid. Okay, then when you apply some more heat to the liquid, again the more kinetic energy possesses the liquid. Okay, apply some more heat, the liquid changes to gas. Okay, then in reverse process, when we cool the gas is again converted into liquid. Then again we supercool. By supercooling, the liquid is converted into solid. Okay, this is the effect of a change of a temperature for a change of a state of a matter. When you apply some heat to the solid directly changes into liquid. When you apply some more heat to the liquid, the liquid is converted to gas. And again when you cool the gas is converted into liquid. And when you again by supercooling, the liquid is converted into solid. Okay, that is the effect of a change of a temperature. Okay, we can represent it in a triangular form. It's very important. Liquid, solid, gas. Okay, by fusion process, already you learned what is fusion. Fusion means the process of a change of a state of matter from solid to liquid. From solid to liquid, the solid changes into liquid by fusion process. Again, this is your evaporation. Evaporation means when the liquid starts boil, when the change of a state of matter, that means the liquid changes to gas. This is your evaporation process. And again, when the liquid condense, solidification, when the liquid condense, it converted into liquid cool, it converted into solid. This process is your solidification. This is your solidification. And again when the gas cool, this is known as condensation. Okay, and when the solid directly changes to gas and when the gas directly changes to solid, this is your sublimation process. Solid to gas, gas to solid. Okay, when the solid melt, it form liquid. This is a fusion process. When the liquid starts boil, it form gas or vapor, that is your evaporation process. And when the gas cool, it forms a liquid, that is your condensation process. When the liquid condense, liquid cool, it forms a solid, just like when the water converted into ice, right? The water converted to ice, that is your solidification process. In this process, so when the solid directly changes to gas, this is your sublimation, and again the gas is converted into directly solid, this is your also sublimation process. Okay, so in this part already we cover all the topic, the number topics are there. Matter, classification of matter, physical nature of matter, characteristics of particles of matter, states of matter and change of states of matter, and factors responsible for the change of states of matter, and various terms involved in the change of states of matter, and effect of a change of temperature. How, when we apply some heat or temperature, how the states of matter will be changed. Okay, so in this chapter we will cover the part 1 part, we will cover all these, and In next class we will learn the part 2. The part 2 already comprises, already you know, the part 2 contains the scales for measuring temperature and solve their numerical problem based on the measuring scale the temperature. There are 3 scales, Kelvin scale, Celsius scale and Fahrenheit scale, and latent heat, evaporation, factors affecting evaporation, and details about the another 2 types of states of matter, plasma and Bose-Einstein condensate. Okay, in another class, in next class we will learn the part 2. Today your part 1 is complete. Okay, if you face any doubt, if you face any problem, so better you call to me. Thank you.